We're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 210. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, the guy who did a fabulous job on the grass yesterday, and all-around great guy. That's my son, Matt.
Fabulous job. I don't like doing it. That doesn't mean I do a bad job.
No, you always do a good job.
I take a lot of pride in my ability to cut the grass. I just don't enjoy it.
You don't? I wish you did.
Do you?
I used to not mind it.
Here we go.
I enjoyed working in the yard.
With the lies.
It's not a lie.
It's a lie.
Thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note. If you enjoy what we do here, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8 o'clock, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up today, we do not have a Battle of the Sibs this week, and I'll tell you why later in the show. Am I the A-hole? Coming up today. We have some tips on how to save money and the stupid stuff bosses say. And this especially has to do with baby boomer bosses and millennial or Gen Z workers. I think I had that right.
I love it when you do stories like that.
Why?
Because you yourself are a baby boomer.
I am a baby boomer, yeah.
So it's almost like you're picking on your own kind.
Well, we'll see if I can see myself in this situation.
All right.
Anyway, good morning and welcome. Studio Dog Charlie is up on the back of the couch looking out the window. And just before the show, evidently somebody walked by. Or a dog or something.
How dare you?
We're hoping he comes. And the funny thing was, before the show, well, like up to like 7:55, he was all curled up in his little doggy bed.
Yes, but we know why he wakes up.
When he heard me go to the cabinet where the treats are, he comes walking out.
You're the one that woke him up there, Chief.
Well, but then do we want to do the entire show with no treats in here to distract him?
Maybe you should get the treats in advance. Get it.
The night before.
The night before.
I'll try that tonight.
And maybe he'll just sleep through the entire show.
I will try that tonight. Okay.
All right, we'll see.
See what happens. All right. Thank you for joining us. Another nice day here on the coast. I was thinking this morning, we are entering that, what would you say, we get 5 or 6 months of good weather, right? Like May to October, maybe November.
Never November.
Never November?
November? Maybe with global warming.
Okay, but at least October, right? You'll give me October?
Yeah.
All right. So
not some of it, but you'll get like a 30-degree day in October.
But we're getting into that this is the 5 months it's great to live here.
I would say for sure May through September.
Oh, yeah.
End of May through September.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
All right. Anyway. Good morning and welcome. We obviously were moved by the news yesterday out of Texas, the school shooting. And I honestly don't know what to say. I mean, I just found myself speechless with the whole thing. We wanted to at least acknowledge it this morning. It's not something we usually deal with because we try to be the alternative. I mean, there are plenty of podcasts and sites you can go to for news. We try to give you something else. But we did want to acknowledge it and just say our prayers are with all the families. So what's going on here? It's midweek. It's Wednesday, May 25th. Today's National Brown Bag Day. It recognizes the benefits of packing your lunch for school or work. Well, the benefit would be saving money, right? I guess.
Yes, but also save the environment, get a reusable brown bag. That's what I did.
He did, and it looked just like a brown bag that you and I would throw away.
I bought a reusable sack.
Yep.
That's what I did.
The man also has reusable red Solo cups.
I do. I enjoy the feeling of a red Solo cup, so I got reusable red Solo cups.
So we're doing our part. It's National Missing Children's Day. It's National Tap Dance Day. Something I've always wanted to do, but I don't know if my feet, hello, Charlie. I don't know if my feet could get that busy now, you know?
I didn't know you had an interest in tap dancing.
I did.
This is news to me.
Oh, I'm glad I can still.
Do you want to give us a little demonstration?
I can't do it. I never learned.
Yeah, I mean, you can try.
I could try. Well,
I've never learned to yodel, but I could give you a shot right now.
What? I don't have the cookies. He does. Okay.
Why don't you take a nap? If you take a nap, I'll give you a treat.
Yes.
How about that deal?
Take a nap. He just put his bar up.
I don't think he takes naps on command.
Hey, it's National Wine Day today. Celebrate early and often, right?
On a Wednesday.
I know. It's also Towel Day today, and I looked into this. I'm like, why are we? It's to celebrate the wonderful uses. I mean, where would we be without a towel?
Wet. We would be wet.
Yeah. Be using rags, I guess, right? Old T-shirts.
Is that not the same thing? T-shirts. I'll give you T-shirts.
Yeah.
A rag is just an old towel.
It's an old towel.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And today's also National Senior Health and Fitness Day. On the Datebook today, on this day in 1932, Goofy, otherwise known as Dippy Dog, that was his name at the time.
Wow.
Goofy first appeared in Mickey's Revue by Walt Disney on this day in 1932. It was on this day in 1951 that New York Giants rookie Willie Mays played his first major league game. He went 0 for 5. People probably said he'll never amount to anything.
Hey, that just shows if you fail at first, don't give up.
That's it.
Go Willie.
Go, Willie.
Yeah.
On this day in 1961, JFK announced the U.S. goal of putting a man on the moon before the end of the decade.
Did he do it? I don't know.
Yes, he did.
We'll never know.
1969.
Was it real?
Were we really?
It was real. Yeah. Get out of here with your nonsense.
I can even hear his speech when the speech that he gave. USA will put a man on the moon and bring him home. He threw that one in.
Well, that's good.
We'll put a man on the moon.
That is a good shout.
And bring him home.
I mean, if you look at the trip to Mars, the bring him home part isn't part of that right now.
Yeah.
We're sending them there and we're saying, hey, you guys got to figure it out from there. So.
On this day in 1968, the Rolling Stones released the song Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I don't know this one. I can't help you. What is it?
Jumpin' Jack Flash is a... That's about all I know of that one. I should have looked it up.
Very cool.
Jumpin' Jack Flash is a...
hell of a man.
Yeah, what does he say there?
Jumpin' Jack Flash runs as fast as he can.
It works. On this day in 1975, the Cleveland Indians pitcher Dennis Eckersley made his debut, shutting out the A's 6-0.
I heard he was pretty good. Pretty good pitcher.
Yeah. Great hair. Great hair.
Lettuce.
On this day in
Moss, yeah.
On this day in 1977, the original Star Wars movie. So that would be Episode 4, A New Hope, starring Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford, was first released.
Let's go. And we got the new Obi-Wan series coming out this weekend.
Oh, this weekend?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Is it I think it's Friday.
Cool.
Yeah. A lot of hype there.
Do I have one to catch up on? Is there one I haven't seen yet? Was there one about Obi-Wan?
No, that's the one coming out.
Oh, that's the one coming out.
There was the Book of Boba. Did you watch the Book of Boba?
No.
You're a little behind.
Is that a series?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna. You might be all right watching Obi-Wan without it, but it's great though. You should watch it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Trish is working today.
It's good stuff.
Could always binge watch today.
I mean, there's like 8 episodes. You spend 8 hours of your day watching Book of Boba?
No, I don't think I'm going to do that. On this day in 1992, Jay Leno became the permanent host of the U.S. talk show The Tonight Show. On this day in 2011, Oprah Winfrey aired her last show, ending her 25-year run on The Oprah Winfrey Show. On this day in 2017, Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg received an honorary degree from Harvard. He had dropped out in 2004. He'd drop out.
What a guy.
Never amount to anything. And on this day, also same day, 2017, Wonder Woman starring Gal Gadot was released. That was the first Wonder Woman. There was a second one, right?
I've not seen any of the Wonder Womans.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait, maybe I have. I think I've seen one.
Yeah.
The more recent one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you saw 2. I've seen 1. I haven't seen 2.
Well, I don't think it's like a 1-2 action.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it's like a sequel.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like just a new Wonder
Just a
Woman.
new, yeah. Celebrity birthdays today. Sir Ian McKellen is 83, the actor. Frank Oz, famous from The Muppet Show, he is 78. I think he does the voice of Miss Piggy and several others. Mike Myers is 59. Actress Anne H. is 53. And gymnast Allie Raceman is 28. All right. Who do we have with us in the chat today?
I'm looking something up first because
okay.
I want to make sure I'm right before I say it so I don't sound stupid.
Which is always a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing to look those things up before it happens.
Let's see, because I'm almost sure that I'm right about this. But again, I don't want to sound stupid.
Are we still on the Wonder Woman track?
Yeah, and Frank Oz, the original voice of Yoda as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was, because when you said it, I was like, why have I heard that name recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Very Famous puppeteer.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of voices. A
Yeah.
lot of voices.
Anyways,
And
what's going on?
meanwhile-
Justin says, don't worry, Pete. Even Matt is behind on Star Wars. Screw that kid. Just because I haven't watched the animated series yet, Clone Wars. I'm in the process of watching it. He takes away like all of my Star Wars respect because he's like, oh, you haven't seen everything.
I don't know if are you getting into that animated? To me,
From
it's-
what he tells me,
Yes.
it gets better after the first season. The first season is pretty kiddish, pretty not so great.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, but he tells me it really heats up later on.
The second
Story-wise, if you really like the story of Star Wars, which I do, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of substance there. So I'll let you know when I finish.
All
but
right.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Danny says, Jumpin' Jack Flash is gas, gas, gas. Is that the lyrics?
Is that what he said? Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I like it. The repetition, very, very nice, very fun.
While you do that, I'm going to search the lyrics.
Okay, very good. Abby says if I pack a lunch, I eat my lunch by like 9:30. All right, well, we need a little self-discipline there. Also, I was packing my lunch for school, so I couldn't really eat it in the middle of, well, I guess I could eat it in the middle of math class. Teachers wouldn't prefer that, but, you know, I could do what I have to do. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Dana says he refused to watch animated Star Wars.
Dana did?
Yeah.
Wow.
You and Justin about a beef, Dana. I'm just saying. You and Justin about a throwdown. Justin stands by that the series is very important to the storyline and that only a true fan would watch the animated stuff. His words.
Okay.
His words, not mine.
All right.
I'm not trying to fight on a Wednesday morning. I forgot
Now,
what day it was. I'm really tired this morning.
Yeah, you. I almost called you from downstairs.
I woke up and I'm surprised you didn't.
It was, I think, 7:31.
Why do we have to expose the time?
Okay.
Important part is I'm here.
Yep.
I'm dressed. I'm showered.
And I thought I was down here going, checking the email and stuff, and I thought, should I call him to get him up? Because I knew he'd snap at me if I did. And I think just as I was debating it, one of your alarms went off, and then I heard you get up.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. You could call me at early in the morning and tell me that I won $1 million, and I'll still snap at you. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't do well with humans in the morning. I do well with Charlie.
I think it's
it's because me and him are on the same wavelength when I'm half asleep.
When you were in school, didn't I used to say, Matt, gotta get up? You would get nasty.
That's definitely the worst part of myself is early in the morning. I would not want any of you to see it.
Abby keeps asking you to go, thank you, Papa. But you just can't.
You can't be chewing cords. Are you kidding me?
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen. I try and be nice to you. I don't discipline you on camera, I don't want people to hear my yelling voice.
Hello, my friend.
But if you start chewing cords.
By the way, Dana was right on the lyrics. The chorus does go, Jumpin' Jack Flash is a gas, gas, gas. I just never knew that. I was born in a crossfire hurricane, and I howled at my ma in the driving rain. But it's all right now. In fact, it's a gas, but it's all right. I'm a Jumpin' Jack Flash. It's a gas, gas, gas. Okay.
Driving rain. I thought you were going to say driving range. I was like, that's a interesting place to yell at your mother.
It would be, yes.
Isn't that what he said? He was yelling at his mother in the driving range?
The driving rain. And I howled at my ma.
Oh.
In the driving rain.
Justin said the animated series covers the entire Clone War and deep dives into main characters.
Okay.
Dana says Dana was right on the lyrics. Don't ever question the drummer. So you're telling me the drummer knows every lyric, always.
I thought the drummer just keeps the time.
Well, settle down. They'll be dissing drummers. I wasn't trying to diss drummers. I'm just saying.
Who is the guy?
Drummers know all the lyrics.
There's a guy that has a Facebook page. His first name is Todd. Last name Schulman or something. He's the drummer for Styx.
Oh.
And he's been posting videos. There's a camera on him. Mm-hmm. And as they're doing, I don't know, Renegade or, any of the hits by Styx, you get to see what he does. Mm-hmm. Dana, major props. I would be worn out after 3 songs, but these guys, no, he's just going along.
That's why you're not a drummer.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Anyways, back to you.
Okay. In the news this morning, Motel 41 in Evansville, Indiana. It's a fairly nondescript roadside motel, but it has become a popular tourist spot for those who closely followed the recent case of the corrections officer, Vicky White, who escaped with an inmate or helped an inmate, Casey White, escape. There's a long wait list for room 150, which is where the couple stayed and hid while they were on the run from authorities. Why do we do this in this country? According to a motel clerk, there's at least about 60 people who want to book a stay in that room, which is just an ordinary room. It has a queen-size bed, cable TV.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I don't understand. What? Why? What's the special?
They stayed there on the run.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect your stay at all.
Yeah. Vicky White and Casey White, who are not related, left an Alabama prison April 29th and remained on the lam until May 9th. Everyone seems to want to know Jennifer Lopez's beauty secrets. She is 52, looks like she's in her 30s. Her biggest beauty secret is simple: sleep. In her latest On the J.Lo newsletter, she writes, "We don't value sleep. We value grinding and working hard, and admittedly, nobody gets caught up in that rat race more than me. I found, however, that sleep, to me, is the most underrated beauty secret out there." She tells Good Morning America that she gets at least 7 to 9 hours every night.
Well, I'm screwed. I'll never be beautiful. No, I don't know. 7 hours. I still feel like I'm dead when I wake up.
Do you really?
That's what all the articles say. They're like 7 to 9 hours. First off, I don't know who's able to get 9 hours in there. I mean, what are you doing with your time?
Well, they're evidently not staying up, watching shows.
Come on, grow up. Grow up. Binge watch something. You'll get hooked.
They're like me. They go to bed at 8.
You don't go. You're full of crap every time you say that. You go upstairs at 8.
Yeah, but I read for like an hour.
Read, TikTok.
I don't do because the blue screens keep you awake.
That's never stopped you before.
All right, back to the news. Nothing can bring people together quite like a good old game of Duck, Duck, Goose and an attempt to break a world record. A group of more than 2,000 students from rival high schools in Indiana met last Friday, and they sat in a big circle to play the game. 2,000 students. They had the numbers, and they played for 16 minutes to break the previous record, which had been held since 2011. Video evidence of the game was submitted to Guinness, and the students are now waiting for official word that they hold the record for Duck, Duck, Goose. Imagine how big the circle must have been.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Duck, Duck, Goose is the answer to world peace.
Could be.
Just get the world leaders to play a game of Duck, Duck,
Let's
Goose.
just play Duck, Duck, Goose, man.
Maybe.
Yeah. Tim Tebow is looking to add exercise guru to his resume. The Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN personality has filed a trademark for his name for use in a line of fitness equipment. If granted, the trademark would cover exercise bands, medicine balls, training bars, foam rollers, and weights.
I guess the thing that annoys me is none of those things are new. He's not putting a spin on any of them.
Yeah, it's like
he's taking very, very common workout items and just putting his face on it.
That's it. And asking people to pay for it.
Yeah. More. I'm telling you, people, just buy the one without his face. It's the same.
Same thing.
It's the same.
Same thing. And a dog lover in China recently paid a small fortune to build a lavish mansion for his 10 dogs. The miniature mansion features a long list of features to satisfy all of his dogs' needs, from the working toilet, running water dispenser, which I can see that's needed, air conditioning, and television. He also has a roller coaster, a swimming pool, a miniature train, and a disco room.
Okay.
That I want to see.
So he definitely had money, and he was like, I have no idea what to do with this money.
Mr. Zhao is a 33-year-old businessman who has made a lot of money in the crayfish trade. Who knew?
Okay.
He tells his critics that he doesn't spend a lot of money on himself, and he prefers to spend it on things that make his dogs happy. Like, he has a Ferris wheel and a movie projector. What do they watch? Coming Home or whatever that movie
Homeward
was?
Bound.
Homeward Bound, yeah.
Coming home.
To date, he has spent approximately $51,000 on this luxury doghouse. If you got it, I guess, right?
I guess. I mean, I would love to see a picture. Like, I just imagine this, at least in my mind. He's wearing like raggedy clothes with like holes in it and stuff. He lives in like a trailer, like something like really cheap living.
Yeah.
And there's just a mansion and a Ferris wheel for his dogs.
I'll go on the hunt for a picture.
Okay.
Okay. Time for the Stumpah. As we got you yesterday, this is day 2 for the Stumpah, and it is 3 out of 10 Americans have never done this. Have never done what? Did you look at my hint?
I did. Just don't elaborate.
Okay. It's something we've discussed on the show recently. Not this fact, but the topic. Okay, that's our hint.
Yes.
No elaboration.
No.
It's something we've discussed on the show recently, not this fact, but the topic. And while you think about that, did you get some answers before the clue and now they don't make sense?
I don't think so, actually. I think people are catching on.
Okay. You can put your answer in the live chat. And as we always say, those of you listening later or listening on the podcast can claim to be the winner. It's fine with us. Time for today's fascinating facts while you enter your guesses. And our fact is, whether you realize it or not, you blink around 20 times per minute. And you can actually blink up to 5 times per second if you try, which makes the eyes the fastest muscle in the body.
Are the eyes a muscle, though?
I guess.
Interesting.
I guess so.
Interesting.
But you can actually do. Yeah, I guess you could do 5 in 1 second.
Or are you trying it right now?
I tried it. I'm going to try it right now.
Yeah, you probably could.
Yeah.
You probably could. Charlie, why are you trying to break out of here, man? That's like the biggest insult. I think I'd rather have you bark.
I mentioned that to Trish yesterday because I said, "Oh, we got Charlie all day today, tomorrow," and she said, "Is he really that much of a pain?" And I said, "Well, if he's not barking out the window, he's always scratching at the door to get out."
Yeah.
She said, "Well, why don't you let him roam around the house?" And I was like, "Well, the only problem is if he goes to the back door and sees a bunny or another dog walking by, he'll just keep barking, and he doesn't stop."
Yeah, he's not good at stopping the barking.
And I said, it's not like either one of us could get up and go get him to stop.
I technically could.
You could.
I could. Maybe. But I also worry about him eating the plants. Again, Trish's plants, man.
He has done that.
Yeah.
She moved a few outdoors. Not all of them yet.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but she did move a few.
Apparently there's so many I didn't notice.
Anyway, let's get to the stuff. 3 out of 10 Americans have never done this. What is this? Okay.
Dana's making it a short day today.
Is he?
Never seen a Star Wars movie.
That's it. You're the winner.
I didn't even have my sound effects ready.
You'd think maybe we kind
of screwed that up.
We screwed it up earlier in this segment
Maybe.
show.
Although Dana has a history of looking up the answers, and he got the answer word for word. So do we have another cheating watch to be on here?
Usually he excuses himself.
Does. Maybe he's like, you know what, I'm sick of Abby dominating. I'm just going to cheat now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Dana.
3 out of 10 Americans have never seen a Star Wars movie. So Dana's name goes up on the board.
I do feel like this. You got the people that, live for Star Wars. Like, I like to say I really enjoy Star Wars. Justin's like, oh, you're not a true fan. I've never seen the animated series. I'm like, shut up, dude.
And your sister, Sarah and Steven,
they love it.
Love their Star Wars.
Kat and Josh love it. Then there's Doug.
Doug, yeah. What is it? His wife doesn't like space movies?
I guess.
Is that what he said?
I think Doug doesn't either, though. I think he just uses that as an excuse.
Because he never really watched them when he was, before they met, when he was living at home.
Nope.
Yeah.
Does Trish, I don't know I think Trish just does by association. She watches them.
Yeah, I think she's not a crazy fan about it, but I mean, she does enjoy them when she sees them.
Yeah.
And then you got me. I can't keep it straight.
Is this before Luke, or is this Kylo Ren? What?
I still think
you hurt me inside.
And the day is still young.
They number them. They number them for you.
But they started with 4. The first movie was 4, 5, 6. Then they released 1, 2, 3.
They are numbered chronologically. Number 1 is the oldest in the timeline. But it came out later. The only thing I would give you is like they got the random movies like Rogue One. If you didn't know where that went, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, I did have to when I saw that. I did have to ask either Sarah or Steven, where are we?
I mean, if you watch the movie though, by the end you know where you are.
Okay.
it lines up perfectly with the next.
At least I stay awake though, and I mentioned this.
Charles.
I mentioned this because my mother used to have a habit of she would go to see we would go to the theater, spend money on the ticket, and she would go and she would sit there and the movie would start. Then she would doze off, and then she'd wake up near the end of the movie. And after, if we would jokingly say, "Did you like the movie, Nana?" And she would go, "I couldn't get it. I couldn't get into it." Well, you slept through half of it.
I think that's how you don't fall asleep, to be honest, is your mind's just racing the whole time trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The constant pausing. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who's Luke? I don't understand. What's that glowing thing in his hands? I don't get it. How does it work? Wait a minute. You told me there's a little green guy?
Where's Darth Vader, man?
Yeah, man. Pete,
Isn't he the bad guy?
We're watching the prequels, man.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. We have a story this morning about how to save money, how to be a penny pincher. They don't teach you money management in school. We've talked about this a number of times. Mm-hmm. And most of young adulthood, if some of us can remember back that way, most of young adulthood is mostly trial and error. Trying to figure out how to allocate money for your bills, how much is left over to go out and enjoy, things like that. Now, I don't have all the answers to your money problems, but we are taking this article from Jim Cramer. He's the successful investor and very loud host of CNBC's Mad Money Show. It's the guy, he always rolls up his sleeves and he's like, "Why do we do this?" Well, here's how he cuts corners and how he keeps some cash in his pocket. Number one, don't buy the expensive sports or concert ticket. He says, unless it's your absolute favorite team or your absolute favorite band, it'll probably be just as much fun to be a little farther back in the crowd than it is to be up front.
Yeah.
I know we go see concerts in Virginia Beach. One of the reasons is the price is much lower.
Yeah, plus, the concert squad is down there.
They go to the, I think it's called the Veterans Amphitheater. It's right off Dam Neck.
The word loans is in there as well. I think it's Veterans Home Loans Amphitheater.
I think you're right.
Yeah. You can buy a house and also go see a concert.
Of course. And I know that we went to one concert where I went to. It was Darius Rucker and Lady A.
Darius Rucker.
Darius?
That's Darius when he wears a shirt and tie.
Gotcha.
Darius.
Anyway, so we went to see that concert, and for me, we got seats, where I could sit. Actually, we took the wheelchair, so we didn't have to walk around a lot. Mm-hmm. So we had seats inside on the roof, but you guys prefer the lawn seats.
I didn't go to that one.
Oh, right.
I wasn't invited. No, I'm pretty sure I was
sure you were invited.
I think I was still in college. I think I couldn't go.
Right.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Trish did tell me she prefers the lawn. It's more of a party up there.
More of a party atmosphere.
So we're just going to take the wheelchair and push it on down the lawn.
Back to the list here of ways to save money from Jim Cramer. Don't buy alcohol when dining out. Now listen, have you noticed this? Liquor is usually uppriced by 20 to 30% in a restaurant. If you're going to buy alcohol, stop by the liquor store before or after dinner for an at-home drink.
Okay, I don't recommend before. Let's not tailgate at the restaurant taking shots of whiskey.
Okay, well, I thought of that as maybe having it in the car so that when you go home, you've got your drink.
Drinking while driving.
No, not drinking while you're driving. Just the bottles in the car so that you take it home and drink.
Oh, so you don't drink before.
You don't open it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
All right. I guess I'll give you that.
I enjoy a little drink, a little beverage before dinner sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But really, they can go up by 20 to 30%. So, let me see if you agree with this one. Don't invest in things you don't believe in. This one isn't guaranteed to save you cash, but it will make you feel better. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess.
You should think, about, investing in maybe a stable company, one that's been around a long time, one that a lot of people use.
Yeah, I would almost reword it into don't invest in things you don't understand.
Okay.
Like, don't invest in like a tech startup because your grandson told you to.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, something like that. Don't invest in NFTs if you don't know what an NFT is.
I read a story last night, and it was about someone in Ukraine who converted $10,000 in cash into Bitcoin because they were going to be leaving and on the run and all that. Mm-hmm. And then Bitcoin crashed.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It'll go back up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, don't waste money on expensive hotels that you're only going to sleep in. Now, that doesn't mean you have to stay in a dump. It means you have to allocate what's important. Are you going to be spending time in the hotel room? Are you going to be spending time at the hotel to use the pool and all the amenities? If you're just staying there to sleep, why not go the budget way? You know?
Why not go to that cheap motel with rats in the bathroom?
It's not what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
If you just need a place to sleep, you don't need a place that has all these different amenities, right?
True. No, that's very true.
And we kind of touched on this one before. Opt for store brands instead of name brands. Places like Walgreens, Costco, Kroger, Target, Walmart, they all have their own brands that are just as good as the name brands, but at a fraction of the price.
Yeah, there's very few things where the name brand is better, but there are definitely things. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. Like there's some things where the name brand, there's nothing like it.
And aren't there cases where you're actually buying like from the same supplier, but without the packaging and the logo and all that? It's like you're getting the same thing, but it doesn't have the logo on it.
That I don't know for a fact, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I know back when your mom and I were first married, we didn't buy name brand anything. We were like, it was store brand mac and cheese. It was store brand everything there.
They had a table with 3 legs, guys. I don't know if you know this. A table normally has 4. Mm-hmm. Theirs had 3.
We had a kitchen table that had 3 legs. We used to prop it up. Yeah. Hey, it's time for Am I the A-Hole, which seems to be a weekly feature. I think we usually don't on Tuesdays, but Wednesday this week. It's another mother-in-law story. I'm curious to hear your take on this one. It seems the woman and her husband, so the wife and her husband were planning a 2-week vacation traveling abroad. When the trip was being planned, her mother-in-law started asking if she could come. Kind of forward of her, right? Mm. Yeah. And she assumed that she'd be invited. It should be noted that the wife and the mother-in-law don't have the best relationship to begin with.
Oh, okay.
Well, it took some back and forth for the woman's husband to finally lay down the law and tell his mother that she was not coming on the trip. Or so he thought. Turns out that when the wife and her husband got to the airport on the day of the flight, guess who was waiting for them at the gate? Yeah. His mom was at the gate. The woman was so pissed that she turned around and left. And she says, now she's the one that's being called unreasonable. I don't know.
All these stories worry me about the strength of these relationships.
Yeah, good point.
When the spouse automatically turns and they're like, you should have just let her come. It's like, huh?
I don't know what I would do. I suppose if I was in that situation, I'd let her come, right?
Really?
I mean, you're at the airport. You've got this face-to-face. I don't like confrontation, Matt. You know that.
Yeah, but how much money did they spend on this trip trying to have a nice romantic little getaway? They probably wanted to kiss and stuff, you know? Yeah. And now the mother-in-law is just going to sit there staring at them.
Hi.
Hey, guy, go ahead. You can kiss. It's fine. I just pretend I'm not here.
What time's breakfast?
Like no, that's weird. I don't know what I would have done in this situation because obviously you don't want to
well, that's what I'm saying.
Kick the mother-in-law.
If I showed up at the airport and my mother-in-law was there after all this and she was going to go, it's like would I turn around and walk out? I don't think so.
I just think I would hope that the spouse would talk to their mother. Like if me and wifey were going on a trip and I showed up and Trish was at the gate, I would be like, "Hey, Trish, get the hell out of here! What are you doing?" So I would hope that the spouse would kind of step in and be like, "Ma, what the hell is wrong with you?
We talked about
Get
this.
out of here."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first comment is her husband is as much at fault as the mother-in-law because he evidently did not settle this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's as much at fault. I mean, this mother-in-law seems cuckoo. I do feel bad. She seems lonely.
Somebody did ask, why would the mom want a vacation with her son and daughter-in-law in the first place? It would be different if they had kids.
Yeah.
Or if other people were coming along too.
100%.
You know, if it was a group
It's
trip.
a romantic getaway.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to go to maybe make a little bit of grandbabies.
Maybe.
Yeah, for the mother-in-law.
Maybe.
Give them their space.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to conceive a kid in Greece. I don't know why. I don't know why. It'd be a story to tell.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, I'm not trying to judge.
no.
That's just weird. I don't know. If Nana was at the gate, you're
Right.
telling me you'd just be like, all right, come on, Nana.
Now that I think about it, you're right. I would have to go up and say, look, we discussed this.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I could like say to like my mother-in-law, like, hey, kick rocks.
Yeah.
But I would hope that whoever's the kid of the mother would step in.
Take her aside.
Abby says Spartan kick for the win. Yeah. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. If Trish wants to get in my way, Spartan kick to. Nah, just
you
kidding.
go.
I would never.
My name's not Trish.
Not to Trish.
No, would never. All right. Here's the story about the things bosses say. And he's right. I've kind of put myself in this here. BuzzFeed recently asked millennials and Gen Zers. So that's basically all my kids, right? We figured this out that Sarah and Doug are millennials. Kat and Matt are the Gen Zers here. So BuzzFeed recently asked millennials and Gen Zers for some of the stupidest thing their boomer bosses have said. And people had some crazy stories to tell. All right, so here we go. Boomer boss. One person said she worked for the unethical boss. The boss once said, I don't care if you think what I'm telling you to do is immoral. I'm your boss. You have to say yes to everything I say to do.
Love those people.
I don't think I'd be like that. I don't.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
I don't think I'd be that. There's the boss who is clueless about mental health. They said a boss once said, I mentioned to my boss that I take medication. She asked what for. I told her for anxiety, and she said, you really need to get over that.
You really just gotta come on now, shape up.
Shake it off.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Then there was the boss. I would never do that, by the way. Then there was the boss who doesn't understand your financial needs. The boss once said, you should stop thinking about money as value. We show we value you in other ways. That's better than more money. Now, right again, that red flag tells me this is a cheap company, man.
This is all companies, though.
Is it? Yeah.
This ain't singling a company out. This is capitalism.
And finally, there is the boss who thinks it's okay to comment on your appearance. Ruh-roh. Somebody said, my boomer boss is always commenting on everyone's weight. If you gained weight or she thinks you should lose weight, it's so uncomfortable. How can anyone think that's appropriate?
I think this company needs a better HR department. How does this?
Well, I don't think they all worked at the same one.
Okay. I don't know if this was like the same person.
No, this was BuzzFeed asking people for stories.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
all of these companies need better HR departments.
Yeah.
The only time that it's justified for a boss to talk about appearance is if you show up wearing like pajama pants.
Right.
Maybe,
right.
you know, some settings.
Yeah,
you
if there
kinda
is a
have to
dress
look
code,
professional.
you have to deal with
yeah.
that, but-
So, but commenting on their weight? What is wrong with people?
I even like if someone's wearing a new outfit that's really nice or colorful or something like that. I mean, I'm tempted to say, "Hey, you look nice today," but it's like, is that acceptable anymore?
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Don't you?
Hey, I like your outfit.
Yeah.
Don't walk in and say, "Hey, looking sexy, Debbie." That's not okay. Don't do that.
And commenting on someone's weight, when has that been acceptable?
Never.
I know times have changed, you know, and I remember a man I used to work with. I won't mention his name. He's passed away now.
Name him. Oh, he's passed away.
Yeah, he's passed. Okay. But he was the nice older guy that worked for us, you know.
Okay.
But he would, you know, he was not really slip, but it's just he was from the generation where he could say, you know, hey, hun, would you make me a copy for? I need 3 copies of this, you know. And it's like you don't say, hey, hun, anymore, you know? But he was from the 60s, 70s when you said those things, you know? So
I don't think it justifies that. I mean, hey, I don't know about hey, hon. I don't know, you know.
yeah.
But again, if he was like, hey, Debbie, looking hot, mama, you know.
Hey,
oh, sorry, that's just what I used to say. Well, this new world, it's so crazy. No, that doesn't justify it. You can't walk around saying that.
He was the one that would tell a dirty joke in the corner, but it's like, you can't tell that in the office anymore.
But hey, that's just how I was when I was a kid. You can't blame me. No, we can still blame you.
Is anybody getting my point? The fact that he grew up in a different era when things were acceptable, and he just...
I used to kiss everybody on the lips. Why is it a problem? I don't think it's a problem that I shove my tongue down everybody's throat. No, it is a problem. Nope, it doesn't matter what year we're in. It is most definitely a problem.
This is where Kat looks at the screen and says, "Oh, he got him again."
Yeah,
got me on that one. So
victory. Moving on.
Anyways, does anyone have any boss stories?
Don't harass anyone.
No,
it's bad
harassment's not good.
No.
Does anybody have a good boss story? Did you ever work for a real interesting character? I worked for one guy once. Again, no names. I was working the midnight to 6 shift back when there used to be people in radio stations after 6 p.m. But I was working midnight to 6, and this boss went out with some of the other salesmen, and they got a little drunk on a Thursday, or I guess it was a Thursday night, maybe a Friday night.
Oh, at the station?
No, they went out.
Oh.
But they came back. So they're hanging out in his office at like 2 a.m, and he starts answering my request line.
Oh.
And at one point, he called me on the intercom, and he said, so-and-so wants you to play this song. And I said, I already played it half an hour ago. I don't care.
I don't want to hear a guy love this song.
You play this song, or I'm going to come down there and drag your ass out of that chair. And I was...
Pete's like, all right, for the 4th time tonight, here is tequila.
I guess that's probably, I can't top that one for boss stories. So if anybody else has any boss stories, let us know, right? Time for today's random question. I thought we could have fun with this one. Who would be the most awkward person to accidentally say, I love you to? People slip sometimes, you know. I mean, if you're at the end of a conversation, your mind's not really focused on what you're doing. You're starting to say goodbye to someone, and it's just okay, gotta go. Yeah, love you.
Just out of habit, yeah.
And you hang up and you go, what did I just do? So, who would be the most awkward person to accidentally say I love you to? My first answer was your boss.
Yeah. Especially if it's a boss from that generation, man. They'll be like, oh, okay, here we go. You said it first. Here we go. I'm about to get away with all... No. It doesn't matter how old you are.
How about the grocery store clerk? You know, they hand you your change. They tell you have a nice day, and you say, you have a nice day too. Love you.
The funny part, though, is that I would say like 9 times out of 10, if you accidentally say I love you to someone, they'll probably say it back. Just out of force habit, they'll be like, love you too. Yeah. And then you'll both just look at each other like, okay, we have that bond now.
We're doing this.
I guess.
Yeah. I did write down toll booth operator, but I don't know how many of us stop at toll booths anymore now with Easy Pass.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a thing of the past.
Kind of cruise right there.
Well, especially because they got those that just takes a picture of your license plate and sends you the bill.
Yeah,
that's so I don't think there's going to be toll booths for too much longer.
There were people still in the toll booths, though, as we drove through our last trip to Virginia.
We're not there yet, but
we're not.
Sooner or later.
Every now and then, somebody stops and pays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so... We have any answers? Has anyone ever done this? Has anyone ever accidentally said, I love you to someone?
I'm just genuinely struggling to tame this beast this morning named Charlie.
You are working hard.
I am. I feel bad. I've neglected the chat so much. We have so many bosses stories that I haven't gotten to.
Oh, really?
I think Dana was answering who not to say I love you to. He said Pete Braley. Why not?
Hey, Dana.
Love you, Pete.
Love you too, pal.
Let's see. Abby's got so many boss stories. The post show is just going to be Abby, featuring Abby Braley. Let's see. And Dana's talking. So Dana says, I do love my Monday boss. She is really great, and I'm not a kiss-up. She keeps me out of jail because Mondays suck. He's, of course, talking about the legendary Trish.
My name's not Trish.
It is, though. Abby says, what was the question again? Who would be the most awkward person to accidentally say I love you?
Yes.
Abby said, baby daddy. Let's see. Abby says, I have said it when I paid my car payment over the phone. I would say like any just random person, like waiters and waitresses.
Yeah.
Enjoy the food. Thank you. Love you. Wait a minute. Yeah. I feel like anybody that you have any person that works in retail at any time.
Anybody ever say it to you when you were selling sneakers?
I don't think I ever gotten I love you.
Yeah.
No. I think it's more likely over the phone because I think we all just have like a go-to sign off.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like sometimes we just talk so much that like we don't always say it, but like Trish will always kind of get it at the end. So I'll be like,
she does.
All right, I'll talk to you later. She's like, okay, love you. Love you too. Bye. Like I have the quickest love you too. Bye. Sarah says it. She'll be like, okay, bye. And she'll be like, all right, love you. Bye. I was like, love you too. Bye. Like you will never find a quicker person. Love you too. Bye. I got that down.
It's just natural.
So that's why I'm saying if someone says I love you to me, I don't care who you are. You're probably going to get love you too. Bye. I won't even think twice about it.
Hey, the way the world is, we need more love.
Doctor's office calls me. Lady accidentally says I love you. Love you too. Bye. I probably have like a million girlfriends that I don't even know about that I said I love you to.
There you go.
That's just my life.
Poor you at Valentine's Day. I'm trying to remember them all.
Yeah.
Man.
See, the thing, I don't really accidentally say it first, but if someone ever accidentally says it to me,
you're going to say
I'll return the favor.
Yeah.
Before I even realize what's happening.
Maybe it helps them feel better.
Maybe.
Yeah. Battle of the Sibs normally on a Wednesday, but we don't have the Sibs today because we couldn't get them all together in time, is what it came down to. With traveling over the weekend, it just screwed everything up. But the Sibs will return. We'll have to do like a marathon Sib session this weekend or something.
You guys don't understand how hard it is to schedule. I've given up. I gave Pete that responsibility. I refuse to do it anymore.
Last time we had to get everyone together, he was like, you do it.
It's not like legit fights, but it's just like fighting, like sibling fighting, trying to get everybody together. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got things that are more important.
Kat has the most complicated work schedule, I think.
Because it's not concrete.
Right.
It's always changed, and it's always late in the day.
Kat, if you don't know, Kat's an athletic trainer at Norton High School.
Yeah.
So we never know. I mean, like last week, it was senior week, I guess. They had senior games.
Yep.
So they had games at 6 in the stadium, or so she wouldn't get home till what, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. It's kind of late for us to really do a Sibs.
Yeah. Oh, way too late.
Yeah. So we kind of coordinate. We work around Kat's schedule. She's got summer break coming up, right? They must get out sometime in June.
Yeah, but then sports kind of go a little bit, depending on how good the teams are.
This is the final week of the regular season.
Okay.
And then it depends how many of them make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always joke with Kat. I'm like, do you secretly hope that your teams suck? Because then the season ends quickly. And Kat's a good old person there. She's like, no, I root for the team. Like, wow, that's bold.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, so we try to work around her schedule. We kind of know Sarah's schedule, but Doug's the wild card. He's like, I got to cut the grass.
Yeah.
It's like, well, can't you just do this?
It became the most stressful part of this job. I kid you not.
Really?
I'll take anything else to do with doing this show over scheduling Battle of Sibs. That's why I couldn't take it anymore.
So even the process of editing, because he has to edit a a lot.
I'll edit it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll do that, but you just
we're all playing telephone tag, and I it's just tough to wrangle everybody together. Plus, I think it's a little bit more effective when their father calls them to schedule something than their little brother. So.
Some of their I did get them to answer quickly last week.
It's very easy to annoy your little brother.
Yeah.
I remind you, your little brother is 23 now, okay? It's not so little anymore.
And some of his siblings do not return a text sometimes for hours.
Mm-mm. We're not going to name names.
I don't get that. It's like, you text me asking me something, I answer you.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Anyway, Sibs will return.
Charlie, Trish is going to kill you, my man. I'm not going to say what he's doing, but he's trying to chew up the couch over there.
You just said what he's doing.
I just said what he's doing. Trish is going to be upset with you, my friend.
We got toys in here and everything for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Diane did say, why do we make that gesture with our thumb and pinky when we're on a call, and then we put it back on the hook?
Nobody does that anymore.
That's true. It's been a long time since I've had a phone that goes back on the hook. That's just what we do.
Story about the pandemic and the stuff that we bought. This is coming out now. When the COVID-19 lockdown started in 2020, Many of us coped by making bread or shopping online. While we didn't know if we'd be shut up in our homes for a few weeks or maybe even a few years, some of us prepared for the worst, and others just wanted some entertainment. Recently, someone on Reddit asked, "What did you buy during the pandemic that is now collecting dust?" Do you have any stories? Here are some of the top answers they got. What did you buy during the pandemic that is now collecting dust? Somebody said an air filtration unit. It just sits there collecting dust all day now.
Get it? Because that's what it does.
Yes. Supposed to collect dust, but
I don't like it when a random Redditor tells better jokes than me.
somebody else bought a chess set, and then he says, "I forgot for a moment that I don't have any friends, and I don't like to play myself." Oh, no.
I've never tried. I wonder how that would work. I'm very competitive. Like,
To
I
play
wonder
against yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if I would. I don't even know. Like, if I lose to myself, would I be ecstatic and also slip into a deep depression? Like, I don't.
But if you're playing yourself, you didn't lose because
But I did. But I did.
I think you're going to have to try this.
Oh, I don't know. I do want to get better at chess. Charlie, man, he's killing me today.
Another suggestion, somebody said, "I bought a pasta maker roller, used it once, made a mess, and now it sits proudly in the back of my pantry." Yeah, I bought Trisha a pasta maker, didn't I? It's an attachment for her...
Yes.
The mixer. I can't think
KitchenAid
of it.
mixer.
KitchenAid mixer. I don't think we've made pasta yet.
I know she made it once with Sarah down in Virginia.
Okay.
But we have not made pasta here.
Another purchase for the pandemic, somebody bought a treadmill, and she says, "I was motivated." Was is the key word.
Yeah. I would want a treadmill, but we have nowhere to put it.
No, we don't.
No.
Another comment was, "I bought yarn, knitting needles, and crochet hooks with the intention to make a blanket. I started and thought that was too hard, so I decided to make a scarf instead. I crocheted about a 12-inch rectangle and never picked it up again."
Trish went through a knitting phase. Brief knitting phase.
Yes, she did.
I thought she was pretty good at it, but
Yeah.
I don't think she was a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to ask her.
And finally, someone else said they bought a stripper pole and now never use it.
Okay. I mean, that's just weird. I don't know why the pandemic specifically inspired that one.
Yeah.
Maybe a career change.
Maybe.
I'm not
Maybe.
sure. I did see that, like, there's a workout now that people do on stripper poles.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you do have to. I mean, you've got to have good strength.
I think there's actually a place. I don't know where it is. I just remember seeing, like, a lot of people from high school. Like, there was a phase where they went to do that kind of work. It was the new workout trend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So do you want to try it?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, hey, teach them.
See, immediately my brain goes back to the video. I don't know if it was on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And there's probably a compilation of people that set up stripper poles in their house. They start trying to do things and boom, it goes over.
Yeah. The whole ceiling comes down.
That would be me. Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah.
Finally, this morning, the last payphone in Manhattan has just been tossed onto the scrap heap. Here we are.
Man.
We are talking about hanging up phones.
Do you want a moment of silence?
For the last payphone?
Yeah.
Yes. The booth, which was really more of an alcove, it stood on 7th Avenue in Midtown. It was a block from such tourist attractions as Radio City Music Hall and the NBC studios where Jimmy Fallon and Saturday Night Live were filmed. City officials have been replacing the phones for years, replacing them with Wi-Fi hotspots. That's the key word. There were tens of thousands of payphones in New York City back in the day.
Man.
And as recently as 2014, there were 6,000. But the rise of cell phones, of course, killed off the idea of popping in a quarter to reach out and tell someone. Privately owned payphones still exist in a handful of office buildings and hotels. But the last phone booth.
I feel like it's because it's like who carries coins nowadays? Like, how could you even pay for it?
That's true. I don't think I've seen one
like,
that
unless
takes...
I think there might have been ones that take cards, but I don't know.
Really, I don't think I've seen any.
But I mean, the only thing about the Wi-Fi hotspots, what if the phone's dead?
Yeah,
I guess you better hope that you can just go to a hotel, borrow their phone.
Be better if they had charging stations, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pay for a couple of hours.
Yeah. That'll do it for today. Stay tuned for the post show where we can catch up on some chats. Evidently, we have quite a few, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll catch up on some chats and just hang out for a bit. If you do have to go, we do leave you with a thought for the day. And our thought today is, will it be easy? Nope. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. All right. We'll be right back with the post show.
I saw you stare as I muted the mics just to make sure no sniffs would happen today. This would be a sniff-free zone.
Sniff-free. I was watching you.
Yeah.
I was watching you.
After your criticism of my board skills yesterday.
I did not criticize. If you go back and watch the tape, I said back in the day.
I could do it better than you, bitch.
No, I did not.
You said I could do it better than you.
I did not say that.
Biatch.
By the way, we're trying something now. We now have the studio door open, so Charlie doesn't have to scratch at the door to get out. And he's now playing quietly with one of his toys.
Yeah, but do you know what he did? He went outside, got a very squeaky toy, and brought it back in. So, yeah, it's going to be a good... Oh, there he goes.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Charles.
You can squeak on the couch.
Yeah,
That's quite
like
right.
I said to Peter, though, this was Peter's idea. I said, all right, but if he chews up any plants, you'll clean them up.
Dana said, as we go back and visit the chats here, Dana said that a girlfriend of mine used to teach pole dancing. She had a studio in Waltham, and she was ripped. Yeah, you got to be in great shape.
Yeah, there's no chance I could ever be a pole dancer. That is one thing that I don't think I could do. I don't know. I don't have the muscles for it.
You might develop the muscles.
One thing I did see from somebody on TikTok, though, I didn't know the pole spun.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You learn new things on TikTok. Thank you. I now know how strippers spin.
That's kind of what I tell your mother, that I'm learning stuff on TikTok, and she just...
I don't think that's a good skill to learn. No. I said it as a joke.
Let's avoid that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. Abby had a bunch of boss stories.
Yes. That was the story we had earlier about boomer bosses and how millennials and Gen Zers had stories about them.
Okay. First off, Dana says I'm 52. What does that make me? I don't know. Google it. Probably a boomer, I think.
No, because I'm at the end of the baby boom.
So a millennial?
Is a millennial next, or is there someone in between boomers and
52?
millennials?
I don't know. Somebody let me know. I don't know these kind of things.
Okay.
Abby says the we are a team / family type of boss. The male bosses who don't understand what sexual harassment is. And the bosses who will not acknowledge that people have outside lives. Oh, that one grinds my gears, man.
Does it really?
Well, they just think that, like, at any moment you can come back to work or, like, pick up a shift because you have nothing going on.
Nothing
outside of
going
work.
on,
No,
yeah.
your
Yeah.
life is here, and then you go home to sleep. All right.
What do you mean you can't come in this weekend? Yeah.
Yeah, the we are the team, we are the family type of boss just tries to, like, guilt trip people into doing things. Because, come on, we're a family here. We all make sacrifices. Really? Because if we're a family, you would be the dad, Debbie would be your daughter, and I've seen the way you look at her. That's not okay.
That's not good.
No. I apologize if anybody's name is Debbie. That's just the name of the day today. Sorry, Debbie. Let's see. Abby says the bosses who are surprised that a woman is doing a good job or keeping up with the boys. Oh my goodness, those bosses, man, those people. Dana says I have a winter boss. Her name is Trish. Trish.
Dana would be Generation X, by the way.
Oh, there you go, Dana.
Generation X is anyone that is currently between the ages of 39 and 54.
Abby says, I worked for an owner who drove 4 hours to yell at me for taking time off for a wedding I told them about when I was hired. I love it. Just because they forgot, it's not your fault.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We had a family friend that went through a similar situation and had to cancel the trip because of it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Gross. Very gross. Abby says, I had a boss who didn't understand he couldn't say things about the young girls that worked for him. He said that we could call him Big Papa or Big Daddy. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
She said, oh, no, thank you. We won't be doing that. I just don't get how you can wake up in the morning, go to work, tell somebody that, and think, that's acceptable behavior at a job. Big Papa. All right.
I don't think so.
No, I don't. That's just gross. Stop. Just gross. Let's see. I think, did Abby have more stories?
You went British on me there.
Abby says, sorry, I've worked for some real winners. I have a ton of stories. That's okay. I know, it sounds like it, Abby.
Yes.
Have you had any good bosses? Because it doesn't seem like it.
I don't think I've had, I've had disagreements with my bosses, but like I said, that story about, being threatened because I wouldn't play a song.
Yeah.
No,
luckily I've had good bosses.
Yeah.
I haven't had a ton of bosses, but I've had good bosses, except for this guy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'll try to be better.
Thank you. He keeps pulling out that we are a family excuse. What is that crap?
HR is going to send me to a seminar.
He's like, hey, cut the grass. I'm your father. Do what I say. I'm like, hey, I'm going to HR on that one, buddy. Let's see. What story did we have? Oh, how to save money, the whole hotel thing.
Yeah.
Abby said, just go to the place with tentacles in the coffee maker. 4 stars, highly recommended. Abby, missed an opportunity, man. You could have probably had that hotel room for free.
Yeah.
Just had to drink a cup of coffee from the tentacle machine.
Did you really expect her to do that?
No.
I wouldn't.
Especially
Would
after
you?
Especially after I saw the picture, man.
Yeah.
Gross.
Abby stayed in a hotel that, they have the complimentary coffee pot. This was like mold growing in this coffee pot.
To the point where there was a plant. There was like a plant going in. It had a little tentacle coming.
Oh, yeah, right.
It was gross. Yeah. Abby said dish soap got to be name brand. I know. I'm struggling to think of things that have to be name brand. But there's definitely those things. I just can't think of it.
Obviously, Reese's peanut butter cup. Is there another? Yeah, there are other peanut butter cups, right?
There. Probably went out of business.
When you get a like a Whitman sampler, isn't there usually a little peanut butter cup in there? No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter cup in one of those.
Sorry.
Maybe I'm just getting the wrong ones.
Sorry. I saw a new one, by the way, that we should probably, maybe a Foodie Friday.
Okay.
I think it's new. When I was traveling down to Virginia, we stopped at a Wawa for gas.
Love those places.
Love those Wawas.
Good bathrooms.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. So as I'm walking in, I saw an advertisement for a Reese's peanut butter, but it's the Peanut Butter Lovers peanut butter cup.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it's not chocolate, and it's not white chocolate. It's more of like a peanut butter color. So I wonder if the chocolate has a peanut butter, if the candy has a peanut butter taste.
Okay.
With the peanut butter inside.
Interesting.
Which I'm thinking would be a little too much peanut butter. So I'm thinking we need to maybe try this.
Maybe. I mean, I'm down.
All right.
Can we talk about how you said advertisement? You said advertisement.
Advertisement. I did.
Yeah. Is that how you say it?
I put the emphasis on the wrong word.
It's a little weird to me.
Walking in, I saw an advertisement. Did I do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not advertisement?
Advertise. I don't know. Tomato.
Advertisement.
Potato.
That's like Fairhaven. It really bothers me when people say Fairhaven.
My friend Jack used to call it what? Fairhaven.
That's what I'm saying. Fairhaven. I don't like that. It's Fairhaven.
You like Fairhaven?
Fairhaven.
The emphasis on the haven. Haven.
Yeah. Fairhaven.
Okay. Yeah.
Not Fairhaven.
Yeah, my buddy Jack used to call it Fairhaven.
What bothers me the most is the people that live in Fairhaven that call it Fairhaven. Like, do you not live here? Do you not know the right way to say it?
Diane, it's Fairhaven, right?
Fairhaven High School. Fairhaven High School. It's not Fairhaven High School.
Gotcha.
Really bothers me, man.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anywho, I feel like there was another story people had a lot of comments about.
Dana, I guess they have peanut butter cups with the dark chocolate cups.
Ooh, that doesn't sound. I don't like dark chocolate. Take over for a second. I just want to make sure Charlie's not blowing up the house.
Oh, okay. I did see an interesting story yesterday on Facebook. I meant to share it, and then the news broke about the school situation. I thought, well, it's probably not a good time to be sharing a kind of a funny story. But there was a story. It happened at Gillette Stadium this weekend. Garth Brooks was in town. He did a Friday night and a Saturday night show. And I guess at the Saturday night show, there was a woman close to the stage who had a sign. And I don't know if you've seen any Garth Brooks videos, but he reads those signs. And a lot of times he will comment on someone's sign. So this woman was standing near the stage. I'm glad you made it back for this Garth Brooks story. This woman was standing near the stage holding up a sign that said, "I caught your guitar pick 1992 in, I think it was Lewiston, Maine." So evidently he did a concert in Maine 30 years ago, and he tossed one of his guitar picks in the crowd, and she caught it. So she said, "I caught your guitar pick in Maine in 1992. Do you want it back?" So he saw the sign. So in between songs, he points her out, and he says, "You still have the guitar? That's wild. I'll tell you what." He gives her the capo off his guitar. He says, "Now you can have something else." And then he says, "Oh, and you know what? What the hell?" He gave her the guitar.
Yeah. I did see that. I do find it funny that she's like, "Do you want it back?" I just picture her catching it. She's like, "Oh my God, he dropped it. He dropped his guitar pick. I need to spend the next 30 years trying to get this back." Do you think that's...
Don't they usually have like 10 of them lined up on the mic stand?
He's good. Garth Brooks makes a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of good guitar picks. No, that is funny.
And evidently,
that is a great story.
Evidently plenty of guitars too. If you give her the guitar.
Oh yeah. I have seen that before. I do always wonder though. Like, there's no chance that's his favorite guitar.
No, you would never give away his favorite.
I don't even think you could get to a point where you're so rich where you could give away like your best guitar.
No.
I wonder if he like saw the sign and then kind of like called backstage like, "Hey, bring me that the one I don't care about. I'm gonna use that for the next song.
Bring me the one for the sound check."
Yeah. And then he comes out and gives that one away. I mean, it's still really cool.
He does that a lot though. A lot of interaction with the audience.
That's why I would think like I forgot who it was, but like every single show of the tour, they would give away a guitar.
Oh, wow.
So, like, they definitely prepared in advance when they were doing it to make sure it was the right guitar out there.
Did you see this comment from Diane? She says, "I know some parents who had a payphone installed in their home to threaten their kids with. None of those kids ever lost or broke their phone after the first Sib did."
Man.
Wow. A payphone in your house.
Let's see. What's going on? Everybody's talking about Justin. What did Justin do in here? I missed something? He called Dana a dirty dog. It's because his girlfriend of his was teaching pole dancing.
Oh,
Dana, you dirty dog.
Dana says, "Yep, just use the Google." Oh, no, that's about how he's a Gen X.
Oh, Justin, if you want to see her studio, she had all of Fox 25 there to teach them how to pole dance. What a segment. What a segment that is. Oh, Gail said Justin's peanut butter cups are really good. Is that a brand? What is that? And then Justin said, "Thank you, Gail."
Wow.
Who's Justin and what is he making peanut butter cups? Why have I never heard this? He's trying to compete with Reese's out here?
I got to go back. I got to scroll back, I guess.
So just to recap, Justin is going to take pole dancing lessons and another Justin is making peanut butter cups.
Evidently.
I like it.
The things we learn on this show, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see.
By the way, was Charlie behaving? You went out to see.
No, he had a pillow in his mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This boy loves pillows.
The pillows are now on the dining room table.
Yeah.
And he's probably finding something else right now. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Guy loves to start trouble.
Almost time for his walk.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think he knows that it's time to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yes.
So he's trying to emphasize things. Yes.
Instead of doing a little dance.
Yeah. If we miss any chats, let us know. We can get to them real quick.
That's about it.
And we'll wait in silence until you do. So, have you guys noticed the thumbnails the past couple of days?
It's kind of hard to follow this on the podcast. I did notice yesterday's thumbnail because that was the one you took like the day before. Because the thumbnail's always from the day before, right?
Yeah.
And that was the one where you had us do unique faces for, right? I was laughing.
Funny enough, I didn't even choose that one because we had a better one in me telling the story about it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Your laugh was better.
Thank
you. It was more organic. You know, when I told you to pose, it was like you still kind of had a weird face.
How would you describe your face?
I don't know what that one was.
Yeah, wasn't
my one for today. I love it. I was itching my nose, and like I'm pretty sure I was like. Like today's is pretty good. Today's thumbnail is pretty good. And again, you're like posing with like, my name's Pia, and I'm over there like.
Do you ever notice like if I don't know if anyone else has this happen, but last night Trish and I were trying to watch our shows. Mm-hmm. We were watching the finale of NCIS, I think.
Oh,
and wouldn't you know it? I think let's see. Sarah called first to ask me a question.
Yeah.
So we had to pause the show. Then Kat called Mom to ask her to pause the show. Mm-hmm. Then it was tubby time for Liam. So, of course, Sarah calls. We had to pause the show. But what I'm getting at is, do you ever notice sometimes when you pause a show, the weird facial, know, you always pause it with the guy going, eh.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah, I will say it's very annoying on movie night Fridays when they all call. We're trying to get through. It's like a 3-hour movie. We're just trying to get through.
Yeah.
And my life is planned down to the minute. Like when I start a movie, I know exactly when it's going to finish, so I know how much time I got in the rest of my day. They screw it up every time.
Well, that's like last night. We thought we had, because Trish had to get up early this morning to go to work. And we thought we'd have enough time maybe to watch like 3 shows last night. Just got 2 in there, and it was still 9:30 when we went upstairs.
Yeah, they're very annoying sometimes.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that we keep in touch.
That makes one of us.
But not when we're trying to watch a show,
See, and you guys complain sometimes that, how come Matt doesn't watch the shows with me or something? How come Matt doesn't talk to me more?
He finishes dinner and he goes, mind if I go upstairs?
Yeah. By the end of the day, I'm done. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to sit in silence.
By the way, you know what I read this morning? One of the shows we watch, FBI. I know you don't watch it.
I don't.
One of the shows we watch, FBI, has their season finale, I think, planned for next week.
Okay, let me know.
But I know this is kind of a serious topic. The show that they have for next week was about a school shooting.
Oh.
So CBS, nope, not going to show. That's like
probably a good idea.
They'll decide when they're going to do the finale, but
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you got to do that stuff. I remember when I was in radio, there was like an unwritten rule that if there was a plane crash, all advertisements for airline travel came off the air.
Oh.
If a plane
I never knew that.
Yeah, if a plane went down, no more ads that week. And you had to remember that because they would have been scheduled the day before.
Yeah.
So you had to.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I would think so. It's not wise to be doing that.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
All right.
Okay. Pete wants to go. He's hungry.
Do you have something else?
He would like to eat breakfast.
I
had a monologue planned about
okay, well,
about accounting, ready to go. But that's okay.
All right.
No, that's it.
Hope you have a nice day. Oh, it was Gail, I noticed at the very beginning of the show said "brr." So
is it chilly? Is it? Oh no, it is supposed to be chilly today.
It is getting. Yeah, I think it's only going up to like the low 60s.
You were just bragging about the weather.
Yes.
Oh, we're finally in summer weather for a while.
Boy, I've got that announcer's jinx down to a skill, huh?
You do. I bet the temperature dropped the second you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Charlie's just brought his chicken in.
Okay, so he's behaving. Yeah. Maybe. What's up, Charles?
All right. As we always say, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace. Oh.
Again?
I'm just going to do it for you guys.
Make it a great day.
Peace.